Part 2 of How Lean Thinking Prevents Waste and Enhances Value in Gyms. Carrying on with creating flow, identifying bottlenecks that stop the customer being able to flow through their value stream. Waiting for anything results in the value stream not flowing, customers being unable to access value and getting frustrated. Specifically looking at how we identify equipment bottlenecks. We do this in two ways. Firstly, through the customer surveys, where we ask customers what their favorite equipment types are and how busy they find them. Specifically, we are looking for C responses, where they say the equipment is usually busy and it bothers them. We analyze just the C responses, and this tells us where there are bottlenecks, causing customers' value stream not being able to flow. We can also look at flow using heat maps. This is a map of the gym floor and how busy each individual piece of equipment is indicated by the scale on the left here. So pieces of equipment that are being used a lot with low availability are large in red, and pieces of equipment that are not being used very much and have very high levels of availability are small in blue. This is best illustrated dynamically in our system. So this is the same gym floor at 6 o'clock in the morning where all of the equipment has very high availability. As we play a day, we're able to analyze customer flow, and we can see during the course of the day how the gym gets busier. As we approach peak, we can see low levels of availability, and as the day comes to a close, again very high levels. If we bring this across to peak period, we can see how busy all the equipment types are. This is also very useful for gym design, where we can see these cross trainers here are being used significantly more than these cross trainers here, probably as a function of these ones backing onto a crowded free weights area. Carrying on. Enable customer pull. Customers will want to pull resources into the gym that alleviate bottlenecks. This enables them to more easily flow through their value stream and collect value from the gym. Looking at equipment customers want to pull into the gym. We know that at 40% availability is the average level customers start to get frustrated. Essentially, these are bottlenecks where there's a strong pull for more of this equipment. 60% availability is the average level customers say equipment is usually free and they're happy. So between these 2 points there's a medium pull for more of this equipment. And at the other end, equipment that has very low usage and very high availability has very weak to no pull. The overall availability tells us if customers overall are wanting to pull more or less equipment into the gym. How we translate this into actual amounts of equipment is again best illustrated in our system. So, coming to the equipment requirement tab. The graph that we were just looking at here and the graph above are linked to each other. The yellow line is telling us how much of that equipment type the gym has, and the scale is telling us where it falls in terms of levels of availability offered to customers. If the level of equipment is in the green, we know that it will be in the green portion in the graph below. If it is above the line, as in the example with cardio waves here, it will be in the blue portion in the graph below, and if it is in red, we know that it will be red in the graph below. What this enables us to do though is respond to customer pull. So we can tell another abdominal machine, adding another 1 would increase availability to 49%, adding a bench with 2 would increase availability to 60%. At the same time, we can see where there's very weak to no pull for equipment. Essentially, this is waste. We can reduce the kinesis by 1 and still offer 60% availability where customers say it is usually free and they're happy. Cardio waves we could reduce by 3 and produce 63% availability, a point at which customers say it is usually free and they're happy. Similarly for spin bikes, we could reduce that by 1 and still offer customers 76% availability in peak time. If we come to the graph below, this simulates the changes, and in the table beneath that again tells us what the equipment additions effect will be, increasing availability from 34 to 56 and alleviating the bottlenecks, the square meters that will require in additional space, and the cost. We can also see what we've removed in terms of waste, reducing a very high level of availability to a still high level of availability, freeing up square meters and freeing up costs. And it summarizes the changes overall. Finally, step 5, seek perfection. Lean thinking is a continuous improvement exercise and should carry on the cycle until there's a state of perfect value creation with no waste. To find out more how GYMetrix can help you enhance value in your gym and eliminate waste, contact Rory on rory@gymetrix.co.uk. Thank you.